The Italian chef reveals all the secrets of traditional Kazakh cuisine in Joe's Kazakh recipe program. Cook together with us and enjoy delicious taste. Hi guys, my name is Giorgio Palazzi. I'm living here in this country, Kazakhstan, more than 11 years. In this period of time, I learned a lot about their culture, their cuisine, their recipes and their traditions. If you follow me, I will show you and you will learn how to cook and how to do things like they do. Fantastic recipes, fantastic taste, beautiful atmosphere. Follow all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the month of December. December all over the world, it's festivity, family reunion, special dishes, and in Central Asia is exactly the same. So today we will try to cook Syrne. This is a special dish made with a special young lamb, vegetables like potatoes and onions, and the fat of the sheep that has the fat in the back. So usually this dish was cooked underground because nomads very seldom they have cooking pans, pots and whatsoever. So usually they create even something with the clay that they found around, and then they cook things in the clay. In this case, of course, we will use kazan. It's our aluminum pan. And the concept is also to leave something for the tribe that is coming next after us. Okay, so the ingredients. Meat. Now we will cut in little pieces. Fat, onion, and some herbs, and potatoes. This should be, as I told you before, should be a very young lamb because need to cook and to become very, very soft. So very, very soft, you mean very, very young. Now, let's start cutting the meat. We will cook them in tandir. It will be a fascinating cooking method. Okay. I think for the bones, for the ribs, we are enough. We will cut some regular meat. And we will add the tail fat to give, the oily consistency. This will become so tender that it will melt in your mouth. There we are. Now I'll cut the fat, and I will cut the fat in slices, very, very, very thin. It will be like a sort of sheet of paper that I will put on the sides inside the pan, so that with the heat it will melt, and put all the fat, it will go on the meat. Very thin layers. And then some I will put just in cubes. Just like that, to mix with the meat. This will act like olive oil, like butter, but is exactly the fat of the same animal. So, almost for our meat we are done. Now we will cut the onion. We will cut it in cubes, little pieces. Shouldn't be too little, but not big to bother. So, we finish to clean our potatoes. And now we are ready to add all the ingredients together. Put spices, salt, pepper, whatever it needs, and we start the cooking. Now, I will salt all these ingredients. So guys, take out the fat. As you see, I wanted to put it. It's a very simple dish. There is no complication way. Everything is very simple ingredients. Salt and all the kind of spezia that you want to put. Now pepper. This is a mix also with gingers and other spices. This is curcuma, a little bit. This is a mix of herbs and some red chili pepper. I will put also black pepper in seeds to complete the whole stuff. Now, mixing everything. And now I will compose how it should be done with kazan. Our kazan, and as I told you, I will place this fat all around the bottom of this kazan. So this will, with the heat, will start melting and making an oily base to cook our stuff without burning and making a very fantastic taste, because this fat has a very particular taste and it's very, very pleasant. It's not the typical, like the taste of the sheep. So as you can see, I locate it like this, and now I will put all our ingredients here. Now we are ready to go to the kitchen and to cook it. So, follow me to the kitchen. Syrne. Slice up the tail fat and cover the bottom of the cooking pot with it. Roughly chop the lamb and put it into the cooking pot too. Add shredded onions and peeled cut potatoes. In some regions, cabbage is added to syrne, and sometimes meat is stewed without any vegetables. If you want, you can add some spices. Close the lid and stew over a gentle heat for about 2 hours. So, our second dish is pertaining again on the tradition of people that is cooking for themselves and then they leave something for somebody else that is coming late. So, this is Kombe, or it's also called zir kazan. So, zir kazan means it's underground pot, like say. So, as I said before, because of this nomad tradition, they will cook the things that can remain under the fire or under the ground to wait for the others to come. So this is a very simple, actually is a nice piece of lamb that we will put inside the aluminum paper. The aluminum paper will work like a pot to keep, you know, this element together with all the spices and protected from the live heat. So, because this, of course, has to stay underground and to wait hours and hours and hours for the people to come. So, if you do put any protection, it will be, of course, burned. We will cook it in tandir. So, it will just create the same atmosphere like it was under the ground. So, now, let's do our preparation. Before this, I would like to do some cuts in the piece of meat, because we will make the spice to get inside. Usually they also can do like the leg, the full leg. Now, I will mix salt, pepper, curcuma, our mix of spices, again a little bit of this, and our red chili pepper. So I will mix all together. I will put a little bit of oil, just a little bit. Okay. And then I will start to massage this meat and to put these spices together inside the cuts. The smell, it's a pity you cannot feel the smell, because it's really amazing. All these spices gave a very typical and very particular taste of Asia. Okay. Now, we'll close this in our pan, in this case aluminum foil. To protect from the heat. So, of course, one of the most popular dishes here in Kazakhstan is bishparmak. And all the families, I guess, they are going to cook bishparmak. But to make this New Year event special, I think that a special recipe should be on your tables. So try to do this recipe, because it's a little bit less common than bishparmak, but it's really very Kazakh. I mean, it's very nomad. It's a piece of culture that you can bring it on your tables. So this one I recommend, and you will be able to really bring with you a piece of Kazakhstan. So now it's time for us to put this in tandir. So tandir will recreate the atmosphere and the same heating of a hole in the ground, which are with the stones that getting very hot with the fire. So let's go and put it in tandir. Kombe. Mix a few kinds of spices, for example, black and red pepper, saffron, ginger, dried herbs and spices, and add a little oil to make a rub. Then apply this rub to the whole piece of meat. However, according to the classic Kazakh recipe, spices aren't used. Wrap the meat in a few layers of foil and bake it in the oven or tandoor oven. A lamb leg is cooked in the same way to mark celebration. However, it takes more time to bake a lamb leg in the tandoor oven than the normal oven. Now, our last dish for the festivity, Kurylgan bidai. This is like a snack that the people like to prepare for the children, for the kids, because of course it's made of pearl millet and is also very healthy, doesn't contain fats or sugar or whatsoever, and so it's much more healthy than chips, than other stuff, and I assure you, and I swear, it's very tasty. So let's take our hot water and our pearl millet. We put it in the bigger jar and we add, the water must be very hot. So we add the water and we will leave it to absorb, to suck for 15 minutes. So when it will be, after 15 minutes, the millet will be soft, we will go in our kitchen and we will fry without the water. We'll take out the water, we'll make it dry, and we will fry it and add in just a little bit of salt and oil. So you will see, you will try, and even your kids will love it. So, I mean, today we did a very typical traditional cooking of Kazakhstan, of Central Asia, for this kind of festivity. What we do in Europe, for example, we love to cook some part like a turkey, so we like to cook the goose, we like to cook this kind of meat, or the day before Christmas time, we like to cook the fish. I mean, there are all these traditions that are coming out and staying with us all our life, and we will transmit it to our son, to our daughters. This is the typical way that it becomes a tradition. So now we are almost done. The millet is soft. We will go in the kitchen and we will do the procedure to fry it with just a little bit of salt. See you in the kitchen. Kurylgan bidai. Soak the pearl barrel in hot water and leave until the water is cold. Drain the pearl barrel and deep fry small amount of it. When the pearl barrel is done, salt it or stir honey and sugar into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in December. December is the most joyful month of the year. There are a lot of festivities, a lot of very good food that's cooked in the house, and people is going out to have fun. So please make this food that we cooked for you today your food. Enjoy it together with the family and friends. You will be very pleased, surprised. This is a fantastic moment with a fantastic food. Follow us, because all the time you have good surprises.
Kazakhstan is one of the most multicultural countries in the world, consisting of representatives of more than 130 ethnic groups and nationalities. Each ethnicity has unique traditions, fantastic holidays, and fascinating history, as well as amazing recipes. Recipes for kindness and peace, and respect for our ancestors and other people's culture. This is Recipe for Friendship.
Hello, this is the Recipe for Friendship, and our today's episode is dedicated to the holiday which unites everybody under our shared